My name is Bhavjot Kaur. My friends and family know me as Smiley, and I work as an assistant accountant in a transport company. I had COVID this year in January. So I had it, my husband had it, and my daughter was negative. So we've learned a few things from COVID, positive and negative. But I think even though COVID, I wouldn't say it has passed, but at least those isolation period has passed. But what I've felt is that the people, they've adopted that lifestyle and they haven't come out of it. Being workplace, friends, family, I just feel that everyone is pretty much still in that lifestyle or have adopted that lifestyle of being isolated or just being in their own world. There's not much get-togethers amongst family or friends anymore, like not that often. And even if you look at the workplaces, everyone's happy or want to stay in their own work like cabins or in their own space. Not mingling around at lunchtime or having lunches together, that's not happening anymore. I still feel that, and I'm not just saying my friends and family, kind of somewhere with me as well, I feel that I have adopted that lifestyle, which I would love to overcome, but yeah, it's going to take a while. There was an experience, I had an uncle of mine who lost his life with COVID back home in India. I think he was the one who was was very energetic, fit. I think he was about in his 90s, but his mode of transport still used to be a bicycle. So I was like, okay, this is something serious or real definitely happening, because obviously we lost one of our family members. Being a small family, we were looking for quality time, family time, but after a few months it was like trading. It was like, no, we want to go out, meet friends and family. Yeah, but in the beginning, yeah, it was really exciting. We did spend a lot of quality time, played games, watched movies, catch up on movies, series that we wanted to from a long time. Yeah, but I think after a few months, when this isolation thing started hitting your mind, was feeling more depressed, frustrated. I think having arguments amongst family members was very common. And I guess pretty much everyone was going through the same thing. Yeah, so which was a bit of relief that you're not alone here. But yeah, I had COVID in January this year. So we came back from overseas. My dad was unwell pretty much the first year of COVID, and I had this frustrated feeling that you couldn't go and see him. So as soon as I got the first chance, I just went with my family. Traveling was not easy. It was so stressful. I still remember the day we were meant to travel. Till I landed in India, I wasn't sure if I'm gonna make it. Yeah, and that's the worst. Yeah. We came back and then we got COVID here. So we were in isolation. My husband had COVID, I had COVID, but my daughter was negative. The worst part was being alone in the room. Being alone in the room. I didn't share this news with my family. And the symptoms were worse. My daughter was alone in the living room the whole day, kept on checking with us, and then my husband and I, we both were cooking, just making sure our daughter's not around, and then we used to go in the kitchen, cook the meal, come out, she used to serve, put the food in her plate, go out in the living room, and then we used to enter the kitchen, clean it, so and the worst part was after first, I think second or the third day, she came crying to my room, on the door, and she's like, can I at least get a hug? And I'm like, sorry, no baby, you can't. So yeah, I never thought that I would come across, I would be in that situation where my daughter is just standing a meter away from me and I can't even hug her. No. Yeah. You already have that feeling in your mind that, you know, you're leaving your family behind, you're coming from overseas, you're already emotional. And then as soon as we landed here, we were COVID positive, and then again you're going through this isolation thing. Yeah, it was heartbreaking. Works normal, weeks I've started going back to the office, so that's normal. The only thing that I need to overcome is from that isolation lifestyle, that get more active in my social life, meeting more friends and families, and, you know, making new friends and getting more active in this charity work. So this is my goal for next year, trying to overcome that isolation thing. Yeah.